She's up, then she's down, and according to some experts, she's spiraling towards a bear market. And we're talking about the stock market here, of course. I'm Nicole from The Simple Dollar, and today I'm here to answer the question, should you continue to invest in a bear market? If you're new to The Simple Dollar, make sure that you check us out. We are a personal finance website with thousands of articles that are designed specifically to help you no matter where you are on your financial journey. So let's get back to talking about this bear market. A bear market is essentially where there is an ongoing decline in stock prices of at least 20% or more. If you've been paying attention and logging into your own brokerage accounts, you probably have started to become painfully aware of some of these emerging trends even within your own portfolio. According to Bloomberg, the recent stock market antics are looking strikingly similar to the periods leading up to the last two bear markets. People who sold their investments at the bottom of the market lost a lot of money. Meanwhile, the people who held onto their investments and rode the wave clawed back their earnings and then some. Now, of course, that's a generalization. Not every investor's portfolio is following the trends that we are seeing on a national level. But I do think it's safe to say that the results did pan out exactly that way for a lot of people. Now, to make this practical and understandable, let's take a look at the very popular Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund, also known as VTSAX. If an investor decided to put $10,000 into VTSAX in 2005, that same amount of money would have been worth $6,512 in late 2008. But if that same investor had held on through the downturn in 2008, today that amount would now be worth almost $21,000. Now pause here and imagine if you were that investor and you had sold nearly at the bottom of the market in 2008 for nearly a 50% loss. How would you feel knowing that today, if you had held on, your money would be worth almost $21,000? Just let that sink in for a moment. While you're pondering that, let's dive a little bit deeper into this question of should you continue investing in a bear market? While selling in a panic does lock in your losses, a bear market can also impact you in other ways. According to New York financial planner Shannon McLay of the Financial Gym, one of the ways that people lose money in a bear market is when they stop investing altogether. And people will do this out of fear or confusion or just because they don't know exactly what they should do. The bottom line, people see prices falling and their intuition tells them to stop buying. But according to McLay, that can be a big mistake. And that's because no one really knows how long a market cycle will last. By sitting on the sidelines, you run the risk of missing out on a huge market rally somewhere down the line. Now, of course, we all wish that we had a crystal ball and we could clearly see where the market was going so that we would know when to put our money in, when to buy more, and when to make the right moves with our investment portfolio. But of course, since we don't, one of the best strategies that we can utilize to make sure that we are continuing to invest in the market is to utilize dollar cost averaging. To put it very simply, dollar cost averaging is investing the same amount of money in certain investments on a regular basis. By investing a consistent amount of money in the market, regardless of whether you feel like it or not, and regardless of whether the market is on a decline or not, you get the best average returns over time, and you're able to smooth out those fluctuations. So the strategy works like this. If you consistently invest $100 in the market every single week, some weeks when the market is high, your $100 will not go as far. You'll buy fewer shares. And then during the weeks when the market is low, you are buying more at a discount. According to Katie Brewer, certified financial planner and owner of Your Richest Life Planning, this is a great strategy because it can be automated and it saves you from attempting to time the market. Katie Brewer also notes that individuals that do the bulk of their investing in their work-sponsored retirement accounts are already dollar cost averaging by default. And also, if you're investing in mostly mutual funds, investing automatically each month is an even easier decision. And the reason for this is because mutual funds charge an expense ratio regardless of how often you invest. But when you consider something like individual stocks where you're paying a fee every single time you buy or trade, the opposing fee structure could make investing in mutual funds with dollar cost averaging an even better investment. When trying to wrap your mind around the idea of investing in the middle of a bear market, just remember that a bear market is a stock sale in disguise. Of course, when the stock market rallies, we're feeling all cheerful and merry, but when things get a little bit rough, sometimes we feel like cutting our losses and making a run for it. But this is a very common rookie mistake. When it comes comes to investing, we have heard this a million times: buy low, sell high. And to take it one step further, some suggest that you use these low points as a time to stock up. So I think by now you know the answer to this question. Should you continue to invest in a bear market? Of course, the choice is up to you. But for many disciplined investors, the choice to invest through a bear market and beyond is an easy one. And that's because at the end of the day, the ups and downs that will happen in the market don't matter nearly as much as average returns over time. Based on the advice from the famous investor Warren Buffett, we know that consistency pays over time and that following the herd doesn't necessarily do the same thing. If you want to get comfortable with investing through a bear market, take to heart this quote from Warren Buffett: "Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when others are fearful." In the comments below, I would love for you to answer these two questions. Do you invest every month no matter what? And are you afraid to continue investing in a bear market? Before you leave, I would also love you forever if you like this video and subscribe to the channel. And also make sure to check out the description box below for tons of other resources that will help you throughout your investing journey. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.